Hi, Sarah. My name is Andrew from Canada, and we're here to talk to you today about the work that you do with ARC Animalis, the dog Ivy that you rescued, that you adopted from ARC Animalis. I have a few questions that I'm going to get into. How did you decide to rescue a dog from Macedonia?
I honestly don't know. I think what happened was, like the algorithms, I don't even know how it was following ARC. I have no idea. Obviously, I follow a lot of like dog rescue organizations and things like that. So I was obviously online scrolling and I saw the picture of her and I was like, oh my God. I literally fell in love in that moment. I've never done online dating or anything like that, but I fell in love with that dog online that night and I slept on it and I thought, God, this is really like, I can't stop thinking about it. And then I thought, right, I'll put the application in. I spoke to the kids and I showed her the picture and I was like, what do you think? They went, oh, we love her, we're going to get her. And I just sort of went with my heart and went with my gut. And then Mike came home from work and I went, I've got something to tell you. And I went, I've fallen in love. He went, what are you talking about? And then I showed him the picture and he just went, okay, we're going to do it. So yeah, that was it. And I think I was hounding you two on WhatsApp going, can I have some more pictures? Is she good with kids? So I was just like so excited. And then the whole family got involved and that was it. It just went from there really.
And is she going to make an appearance tonight or?
So she's so tired, but I'll take her in at the end. She's on the couch asleep. I'll take you in.
Awesome. And you were saying that your experience with ARC was very smooth. Let's go from how was your experience from the beginning, from the application, all the way to seeing now Evie for the first time.
Yes, I remember I put the application in and then I connected with the pages. So I got to know like a couple of the admins at the time. I was panicking thinking, how many other people have applied for this dog? So then I was commenting going, I was looking at all the comments and everybody was saying, I've applied. And I'm like, no. I need to get to the front of whatever queue there is. I'm getting to the front of it. So yeah, and then a few people replied and said, the girls be busy, they'll get back in touch. And then he did. Straight away set up the WhatsApp group with us both, which was brilliant. Obviously, lots of questions. The main one for me was around the kids. So that was my only thing. I needed there to be a family pet, not just my pet. She needs to be all of ours. So that was the main thing. And in that moment, I remember we were at a family party and you sent me the videos through. And I just saw the kids. I was like, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So we had the video call in the car when I was at the family event. And then that was it. The contract came through, signed it. I said, the next transport, get her on it, which he did. And even like going through setting the payments up, like international payments and things like that, it was just so easy. It felt like, oh my God, this is too easy. Something's going to happen and it's not going to work out the way, but it just did. And then I got the video from when she left on the bus. And then as soon as she got to Germany, we got added to the tracker. And then that was just like all of us. My mum was on the tracker. I was on the tracker. My husband was on the tracker. I was like wondering where she is. So when the guys pulled up on the street with her, I was so emotional. And the man off the bus, he was like, oh, don't cry. I went, no, it's happy tears. And then he brought her off the bus and he was carrying her. And I just saw her little tail go like that when she saw me, and I just burst out into tears on the driveway.
Oh, it's like she knew.
And then she came in, she was running around, jumping all over. I was like, she's home.
I want to ask Julie, is every adopter this excited?
Most of them.
Most?
Some people are more open and they show their emotions, they are happy, and some people are more like closed. So I think like most of them are happy because when you decide to adopt and you do it with emotions and you want to have the dog, then I think most of the people are quite happy.
For me, it's like, it's not a quick decision, it's something that you are 100% ready for, the commitment you're getting yourself into, your financial costs, it's like, and then I'm thinking, the things that come with having a dog, you can't leave the house for too long, you're not going to leave them at home for too long. But then I thought, I like that. I like having something to, we don't leave, or she comes with us, or it's such a huge responsibility and a big decision. So yeah, you're going to be excited, you're going to be happy about it, and you're going to be fully, on board with it. It was like when I knew she was coming, it was like I was preparing to have a baby come home. I was buying toys, I was buying, so yeah, it's not an easy decision. So I wanted to make sure that, we were all ready for it and we were all happy and really excited, and it was just everything that I thought it was going to be. She's just been amazing.
When we saw her for the first time, how did you feel? Did you feel like she was well taken care of? Did you feel like the whole process was transparent? Do you feel like she was exactly what you were hoping for?
The girls took her home the night before. They gave her a bath for me, which I was really, really appreciative of. It was really nice. And I got videos of her in the bath, all wet, running around the house, doing the scratching on the sofa.
And how is Evie with kids, by the way?
She's great. She's brilliant. She's great. She loves to play with them. They'll get down on the floor and play with her, because I do feel like she misses dogs to play with. She will play with us, but she will play on her own, like on her own with some toys. If we're all playing with her, she'll play. If we're not playing, she'll just go to sleep. So I feel like she is missing doggy company, but she's great at playing with them. She loves playing in the garden, chasing, throwing balls. I've bought her the tiny tennis balls because she likes to carry tennis balls, but the balls were too big. So I found the little ones, and now she'll just walk along the street with the ball in her mouth, and that's what she likes to do.
A lot of people adopt a dog from or wherever, but you've gone beyond that. You've decided to actually help out. And I wanted to ask you, what is your reason for or inspiration for wanting to help?
I think, so when I saw the post after I got her, and I felt so connected to the girls and the shelter and then all the dogs, and I'm sharing the posts, and I said, if you ever need any help with any like posts or any charity work or fundraisers or anything, please let me know, because I'd love to be able to help. And then she said, in January, would you mind sort of doing the Friday 5 posts? And I said, no, that's fine. I'd be more than happy to do that. So then I sort of did that in January, and then it's just grown from there. I love creating the posts and getting the engagement and starting to make people think about getting these dogs rather than buying from a puppy. It just gives me a really sense of achievement. It makes me feel like I'm doing more than just living a normal life, if that makes sense. There's something more to my existence than just being a mom, going to work, doing all that normal stuff. So this is like, I look forward to doing it, because I would love to have a house full of dogs. Can't afford it, don't have the space, all of this stuff. So this is like me getting my purpose out, in another way, I suppose. I think when I was like, why aren't people, we need to get more people engaged. And I was like, I'm sure I can tap into these algorithms and get these 9,000 followers to engage more.
Thank you for your birthday fundraising and for making double, like asking at your work and things like that. So that's really, really sweet and kind and generous from you, because it helped. Yesterday we started, today also. So we are half shelter and deworm and deflate.
That's amazing. That's so good.
Thank you for doing the fundraising.
Oh, it's fine. So where I work, it's like a huge company, and they do this thing where if you do fundraising, they will match up to £500.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we all want to do.
When I looked at rescuing from like UK, like Dogs Trust and things like that, the dogs that you get there are ones that have been really mistreated and sometimes have a lot of behavioural issues, and they don't allow dogs to go to families with young children. That's why I did decide to go with you guys, because, yes, Ivy had been sort of abandoned, but you could tell she'd not been mistreated. The only one thing I can tell with her is if someone's walking with a walking stick or something like that, she tends to cower a little bit, like as if she's scared.
Most of the dogs over here, like when we rescue them, they have been hit with
Like.
stone or hurt with some stick. So the association is, most of the dogs are here with stones, hurt by stones, or chased with sticks. So that's the reason.
I think that's the only thing I can see from her is that, you know, past trauma maybe with like sticks and things like that.
To say it's really nice because you haven't experienced what's happening in our country, and still you out there that don't have any experience, like seeing dogs on the streets or rescuing them directly, you feel more with us than our own people here in Macedonia, and you try to help in any different way. So that's really means the world to us, because we still have hope, and we still think there is out there many good people that can care and help in any ways, so we don't feel alone in this.
Yeah.
That's why in time we just, you know, we have more visitors from like Canada, we have more visitors from UK, and honestly, people coming from different countries act more normal with the dogs and the situation. So that we are very grateful.
Here in Macedonia, you have where they're either abandoned on the street or a lot of them are just left outside on a chain, just out all day. Instead of being inside, they're stuck on a chain outside, and the elements are either raining on them or it's windy or so it's definitely difficult to see as an animal lover. And Sara, you mentioned earlier, I think we're gonna get to see a little bit of Evie, you said?
I'll try. Do you want me to take you in?
I think it's a good time now, yeah. We've been waiting.
Oh, she's fast asleep. Mute that one. Look at this. Evie, are you tired? Are you tired, girlie? I see. Oh, sweet. Look how tired she is. That's 2-hour walks.
Yeah, this means like leave me alone, I'm tired.
Look, she's got all her covers here. She goes from that side to that side. She's just relaxed and chilling.
Sara, I wanted to ask you, when you got her, she was healthy, right?
Oh yeah, completely healthy. Yeah, she was a great weight. I think even when I took her to the vets for the first time, he listened to her heart and he said, this dog like really active? I said, yeah, why? He went, she's got a very, like, you can tell she's an active dog, because he said her heart sounds amazing. He said, great physique, really good heart, eyes were good. He said she's been looked after really, really well. And obviously I just keep on top of all the fleeing and the worming and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was really impressed with her.
That's a testament to the work that Julie and Natasha do with the dogs. I've been to the shelter 3 or 4 times now. There's definitely a big difference between the dogs that you see in the shelter and the dogs that you see in the streets here. They put a lot of effort, care, and resources into taking care of the dogs.
Yeah, the way that she came and she just ran in the place, like she just knew she was home. She was just such a bundle. Considering she'd been on the bus for 4 days, decompression and let them settle in, she settled in. She didn't need no downtime. She was like, right, I'm ready to go. Where do I live? Let me go check this place out. She was just so excited to go out. She just had a really nice time. The amount of steps I do a day with that dog, I've lost about 2 stone in weight because I'm just walking all the time. So it's brought my health on, her health's good. The family were all out walking again. Because even with the other dogs that we had, they liked a little walk, but it wasn't like exercise. You know, you weren't raising your heart rate walking them, whereas this, and we're like up hills, down hills, all hiking. We're actually hiking, and she loves it and we love it. So it's really changed everything for us as a family, because we're just going off and doing so much more outdoors together, which is really nice. And she still likes to go out in the rain, no matter whatever the weather. She wants to go out, so I've had to buy myself a massive like raincoat with the full hood thing, and I'm going out whether it's raining, snowing, wind, whatever. She's not staying in. She wants to go for a walk.
So I would say that's one of the benefits of adopting a dog from the streets of Bitola, is that they're not scared of the rain. They're not fussy about the weather.
No, she's not. Like my other dog, if she'd have gone to the door, bit of rain, straight back in, she's not bothered, which is fine by me. I've got the clothing for it now, so it's fine.
Amazing. I love hearing this story. One important question we have is, do you feel like the fees that were charged for the adoption were reasonable?
I was shocked, to be honest.
And the transportation as well.
Yeah. I was shocked, to be honest, because when I was going through it all, and I was like, oh, because when you think you're transporting a dog from one country to another, you think, hang on a minute, this is going to be not something that I am in a position to do. And then when I filled out the application and I got to the costs, and I was like, oh my God, I can actually do this. So obviously you've got your adoption fee, fine, you pay that over here anyway. But then I thought it would be the transport that would make it so that I wouldn't be able to do it. So in my eyes, I think it's more than reasonable. So for me, it was a no-brainer. I was just really pleasantly surprised when I was filling out the form. When I got to the cost, I was like, yes, I can actually do this. You know, even inside the bus, you can see when they brought out that even the guys that drive the buses, they were so lovely. They'd connected with her over the 4 days. You could tell they had, because he was like, just to let you know, she doesn't eat dry food. She only eats wet food. So I was like, fine, okay. And then he was like, yeah, just feed her. Then when so he handed her over. Obviously, I was crying as well. So he had to deal with a crying, emotional me, which I bet he didn't think that was going to happen. It was just, I just thought the whole thing, and the fact that they just arrive on your street, you've trapped them all the way from Germany. And then the next thing you know, they're just pulling up outside your house. And it's just crazy when I tell people the process, because obviously I talk to a lot of people and they can't believe it. So hopefully I'm, educating a lot of people as well on how easy it is. But for me, the costs, I think, are more than reasonable, 100% more reasonable.
It's good to hear. I've seen the work that they put into it, and I think there's definitely a lot more that goes into the dogs than what the fee entails, I think.
Not only that, I mean, the emotion that you can tell, the way that the girls know these dogs, they can tell you exactly their personality, how they're going to fit into your family. If they are not going to fit into your family, they will also make that decision as well. It's not just about getting the dogs out of the shelter and into a house. It's got to be the right house. If she'd have gone to an older couple or an older person, she would not have got the exercise that she needs.
Knowing how she was in the shelter, and we definitely thought that she is more suitable with somebody that is younger, full house with people, kids. So that's what she was willing to have, honestly.
Yeah.
She wanted the attention. So that's why, there is active older people being.
I still don't think they'll be able to keep up with her. I really don't.
Yes, I know. And she must. I looking at her in the shelter and how she was trying to play with everyone, and she never get exhausted.
No, she doesn't.
And
Settle down though. Like now she lives in a house. She's adjusted, so she knows she gets her walks, and then she can come in. She can have a play. She's definitely adjusted to being on the sofa with her covers, having a lovely time. She even takes a teddy up to bed with her.
She adjusted to a home life. I don't think she previously have been to living in a home.
When she was hungry, she used to just go and eat grass. A lot of dogs in the UK, they eat grass to be sick. So as soon as she started eating grass, and I'm like, what is wrong with her? Is she not well? Is she all right? But I've just learned with her, she likes it. She actually likes to go out and eat grass. That's a meal for her. If she doesn't want what I'm giving her, she'll just go and have a little munch outside.
That's interesting because in Macedonia, as our culture, we like to eat salads before we drink alcohol. So I guess salad tradition stayed with her.
Yeah. She's definitely a plant-based dog.
Sarah, I wanted to end it off on this question. What's her favorite home-cooked meal?
Beef, anything beef. Ham is a new thing that she's managed to try. Okay. I stick to the beef now because I know that I can get her to eat that. She's always liked beef.
She sounds very Macedonian. Salads and beef, so she probably likes kebab, so you should try that maybe next time, a little bit.
Look out, I'll research that one. That might be a new thing, that I need to give her. I'll
Maybe.
Get her a
Get more and more spoiled. And don't do it.
It is possible. It is possible to get more spoiled. But I think because I know she's had a really difficult start, and I do probably spoil her more than I would do any other dog because I just feel like she deserves it. So yeah, she can have anything really.
I think that's the next step. I think kebabs on the grill might be the next step. I wanted to thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and most of all, I think we appreciate the life that you've given Evie, and all the help that you're doing with ARC Animalis, and I hope
Yeah.
that you continue helping out the dog.
I will. I always will. And as I've said to the girls before, thank you for just allowing her to come to me and bringing her into our lives, because she's really, really changed everything. Not only for obviously the family, but for me personally as well. And helping out where I can, it gives me a purpose as well. So thank you.